Sarah Styles here. $4,500 sold in May of 2020. And I only work 20 hours or less on reselling type things. So in today's video, I am going to tell you my top categories, my top brands, my top what sold the fastest, what sold the highest average sale price items, as well as showing you the actual items that sold and talking a little bit about that. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining. In today's episode, I am going to talk about how I sold $4,500 worth of items on Poshmark and eBay. If you like content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe and make sure to hit the notifications as you do it, and give me a big old thumbs up on your way out as well. I also have a degree in mathematics and have three dashboards available for sale. I'm going to be reviewing a couple of them in the video today. Lots of other videos on my channel go over this, but my channel is dedicated to reseller content, but then also with data-driven strategies behind it. Not just, hey, this works for me, but like, let me show you the data. Let me show you exactly what's going on. Let me help you figure out how to do this for you as well. So that's why I made the dashboard. So you can also look at all of these metrics for yourself, talk to me, watch other videos, and figure out how to make the most out of your time and hit the highest potential that you can. Let's be real, and make the most money that you possibly can. So if you like content like that, definitely make sure to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. If you have questions, definitely leave comments down below. Real quick question for you though. I couldn't decide if I should put my light on or not. So leave a comment down below if you think that I'm too washed out. I turned my light off and it looked kind of dark and grainy, but I feel like because I'm shooting this during the day, I look kind of washed out. So leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? Light, or here, let me turn it off. Light or no light? Well, you can see this side. Yeah, I think I might, I don't know. So anyway, leave a note down below what you guys think. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how I sold I'm going to show you what sold of the $4,500 that I sold. I work 20 hours or less doing reseller activities. I would say I'm a full-time reseller in the sense of I also do YouTube videos, social media, and then I support my dashboard. But as far as, you know, purchasing, sourcing, listing, shipping, all of the, you know, reseller specific activities, I limit that to 20 hours a week because I do the other activities, and then also, you know, like I'm a mom. So I have 3 children, and I do like to spend time with them, and I am, you know, the primary caregiver for them during the day as my husband is at work. So this is all in 20 hours or less. It is my best month ever. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, the strategies that I was using to make it my best month ever, make sure to watch the video before this, how it probably released a day or 2 ago, depending on how quickly I was to edit these videos. But that walks through the strategies that I was using, and that kind of stuff on how I got to that $4,500. Today's video, I'm going to talk about what sold, top categories, top brands, and then show you actual items that sold. So let's dig right into it. Let's start looking at some data. Who wants to look at data? I'm assuming you do, since you are watching my channel, right? You must at least find it a little interesting. All right, so this is the sales and, let me make this a little smaller. This is the sales and trends dashboard. It is for sale on Poshmark. This is all of the data, all of the platforms that I sell on. I'm currently on Poshmark, Etsy, and eBay. I tried Tradesies and Depop. I think that's it. Not a fan. I was spread too thin. So now I'm really focused on Poshmark and eBay. I have vintage on Etsy, and I make like 1 sale a week. So I am filming this on June 1st. It's not likely. It will be released after that, but I am. So what we're looking at is June 1st, the 28 days prior to that. So basically, how did May do compared to April? Everything was up. That's awesome. My average sale price was down. I talk in depth about what this is and what I think caused this in my previous video. I'm going to show you the actual items that I sold for lower. At a high level, this is 2 main reasons. One is economy. People are spending less money. That's just a fact. That's what's happening right now. People don't have as much money. There's 36 million people out of a job. They are spending less money. The other reason my average sale price is so much lower is because I tried some new strategies on eBay. So to check out those strategies, head to that other video and talk about it. But that's what's going on here. I tried some new strategies, basically giving items away, lower price items, stuff, just to try and get some momentum. But my sell-through rate was higher. You can see here, this is my best month ever. So here's the thing. I've only been reselling for a year and a half. I don't know the brands. I'm not a pro at this. I've only been doing it for a year and a half. I have my data drive me. And what was happening is March and April, I was building a new dashboard. We had a pandemic, kids were home. Whatever, I can explain all of that, but I was really keeping an eye on my data and what was going on, and I said, hey, I'm noticing average sale price items are selling better. That's what's going on in my data. I did a sample data analysis. That's what's going on there. So I started sourcing lower average sale price items. I started learning about them. I didn't know about them. I was looking at data, seeing what worked, looking at my data. If it is a lower average sale price item, it should have a higher sell-through rate. And you can see that as I started this new strategy, yes, my average sale price went down, but my sell-through rate is going up. I'm also listing more items. If you're going to be selling lower price items, you have to, it's this quantity game. You have to have quick flips. You have to have lots of inventory because you're not selling as much. So I really increased my items listed, how many items I'm listing. Woohoo! 168 items sold. That is up from 112 from April. April was a bad month, but still, that's incredible for me. My monthly summary, I'm not going to go into all of that because you can see that on my previous video. Inventory. This is what I do want to talk about. So let me scroll through these charts. Those charts are all on my other video. I like to keep an eye on my average cost of goods. I don't mind paying up for items if they're going to make me a profit, but I do like to have kind of an idea of what my cost of goods is, because if I'm not making a profit on those items, then I want to know that. So being around this $5 cost of goods for the year, I'm okay with that. Top categories for the month. So there's 3 things that you can look at when you're considering does it sell well, top categories. You have your sell-through rate, which is essentially is of all of the items that you're buying, how much of them are they selling? So let's say you had 100 tops, you sold 10 of them, you have a 10% sell-through rate. You have sold 10 out of the 100 items. That's not great. If you had a 100% sell-through rate, you would have sold all of those items, which means that, you know, what you were purchasing is doing well for you. Look into that category a little bit better. You also have your average sale price. So high price items, typically speaking, the higher average sale price you have, the lower your sell-through rate is. They don't sell as quickly. You know, people are going to, it takes a specific buyer to spend $100, $500, $600, you know, these higher price items. It takes a more specific person to buy that than someone just saying, okay, cool, I'll spend $15 on a top, right? So your higher average sale price, and you can see that, you know, as I get further this way, these tend to be down a little bit more. And then you have days on hand. How long on average are things sitting in your closet? Those are kind of the 3 things that I quantify as does it sell well. Right now, I am shooting for this lower average sale price, higher sell-through rate. So I want to be looking at stuff higher up in here. Anything up in this quadrant is like my BOLO, right? It means I have a high average sale price and I have a high sell-through rate. So I do want to look at this one. This is jeans. What's really interesting to me is I don't sell jeans in the past. I started selling jeans. I got some jeans from my cousin. She had a boutique, so they were all new with tags, and I took everything that she had, not knowing half of what I was purchasing, and a lot of jeans were in there. Dear John, Articles of Society, Rolls Royce were a couple of them, all new things to me, all new brands to me. I'd heard of Articles of Society, I think, but I don't wear jeans, so I don't really know, and I'm not a fancy person either. So it was a good test for me because I got it, and jeans is actually... All right, I am back. Sorry for that, children. They've been good to let me get through as far as they have. So jeans, higher average sale price, higher sell-through rate, also higher or lower days on hand. So they're not sitting as long. That is a little bit skewed just because I haven't had jeans in my closet for very long. So I will keep an eye on that and see how that's going as well. Bags is a higher average sale price, which I like. And the sell-through rate is actually not terrible. Let me... click on it. Sorry, my daughter's trying to get in. 18% sell-through rate. So it's, I mean, that's not huge, but it is a bit higher than my average sell-through rate. And at a average sale price of $49, I'm okay with things sitting a little bit longer. And then up here, the things that sell a little bit quicker, higher sell-through rates was shorts, and that was sleepwear, but I only have 2 of those. I don't have a lot of sleepwear. So these are kind of the things that I'm looking at as I am going through and saying, what am I sourcing? What am I looking at right now? What's going on? Shorts, I usually don't sell shorts in the past because you can see the average sale price is $19. That was usually a little bit lower than I wanted. However, I'm learning they're pretty quick to take pictures of. They have a pretty high sell-through rate right now. It is summer, and especially because people cannot be out sourcing right now, right? Or cannot be out shopping right now, so they're looking online for these types of things. The other thing too, so I did get a lot of clothes, 500 items for my cousin, new with tags. And so while they're boutique items, they're kind of harder to search for. They are new with tags, and in my mind I'm thinking, you know, people who are new to e-commerce may not be as comfortable with buying used stuff, and so if they see a new with tag, they're more willing to do it, and I can also get a little bit more money with new with tags. So those are my top categories for the month. Drop a note down below, let me know what your guys' top categories were as well. Top brands, you can see kind of all over the place. A lot of these are new. So the Dear Johns, like I said, vintage sits for longer, but I usually do make a decent amount. Vintage is a little bit harder. It is going to sit because you have to find that one specific person that's that one specific size. However, I don't mind that so much because I like vintage, and the average sale price for vintage you know, is this closer to here with like $35. So I'll let it sit for a little bit longer. For that, up here you have this Max Maria that sold, and Buckle Black. There's also Burberry. Yeah, I only have one Burberry, so you know that's why that's all the way up there. BKE, those BKE, the MEK or MEK, also these Rock Revival, these were all items that were donated to me. They were men's jeans, so I know nothing about men's jeans, but they were donated. I listed them. Rock Revival, like if you see those, and I guess the styles that I had were good styles, but if you see those, they sold in 2 days and they sold high. So definitely pick up those. Rolls Royce. A lot of these top brands for me now are jeans. Denimocracy. These I think are selling well for me too, because the Denimocracy, the Rolls Royce, those are all new with tags. Dear John were all new with tags, so I think that helps as well. I do want to point out these Aratta, A-R-A-T-T-A. So this is something that I got from my cousin from her boutique. I hadn't heard of it before. I've had multiple people tell me they love that style and they have a hard time finding it. So it's something that I will keep an eye out in the future. It tends to sell. I just sold one today, a dress for like $50. It is new with tags, but that's kind of exciting there as well. So let's look at what actually sold. What was contributing to these items? Before we get into that, I want you guys to let me know what your top categories were, what was selling for you in May, and what will you guys be looking for in the future. I'm going to continue with jeans. I'm going to learn a little bit more about jeans. I'm hoping to do a video to kind of show you how I'm learning about jeans and how I'm deciding to source. I will be looking at my specific data, and then I'll probably be going into eBay as well and looking at their Terapeak data to figure out what jeans I want to source. I'm going to continue with shorts for the next month or two, whatever I can find. They don't have a huge average sale price, but they do have a pretty good sell-through rate. So I'm going to continue with those as well, and then just work through the inventory that I have. But let me know down below, what is your guys' strategies? Are you changing things from what you were doing previously based off of what's going on in the economy right now? So I sold 167 items. I'm not going through all of those. I've done quite a few in the past, and people mentioned that they like them. Maybe I'll start doing a weekly video or something, but I can't talk for 167 items. My throat's already starting to get kind of sore. But I did pick out items that, one, I just really loved, or had a good story, or two, that were contributing to some of those categories that I was telling you about. So you can see shorts here. These new with tags, both of these are from the haul that I got from my cousin from a boutique, new with tags. $30, $24. Not huge price tags, right? Like new with tags, originally $78, selling for less than half of that. But right now I was taking what I could get. The economy is not great. I was getting a lot of low offers, and $30 was still a decent price for me. This nightgown was absolutely amazing. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. And I'm so glad that someone realized it was gorgeous and paid up for it for the $70. Coach, these are one of the bags. Coach is usually up there with brands. I haven't been selling a lot of it because I don't think people are really, spending $75 on bags like they used to. However, I did on this one. And so I don't mind that. These Uggs, what's kind of funny about these, I sold them on eBay. The lady tried them on, said they were too small, said that they had scuffs on them. She didn't want them, so she sent them back. And I was like, fine, whatever. So then I put them back up. They sold on Poshmark, $40. I was hoping to get a little bit more, but it's the end of the season. Do I really want to keep them until the fall or the winter to have them sell again? No. But her comment on them, the person who bought this, was like, oh my God, these look like they've never been worn. I love them so much. And so it just goes to show that you cannot please everybody. It's the same pair of boots. I didn't do anything different to them. And one person thought they were in terrible shape, and one person thought they looked brand new. Dear John, new with tags again. These are selling anywhere between $25 and $45 new with tags. I'm noticing the black ones are selling a bit higher. I had like some green, purple flower ones that are selling a little bit lower. Joe's, these were a bundle. So I talked a little bit in my previous video about my bundle strategy for the past month and how I was increasing that and using that strategy because I have a lot of boutique-y type items that people aren't necessarily searching for. And so part of the strategy is working. These were... Sorry, I can hear my kids. They're downstairs playing. I have a 14-year-old, so they're downstairs playing with him, but they keep like getting me sidetracked. So these were part of a bundle that someone purchased together, the jeans and the shorts. This was also, I got 500 new attack items from the boutique, which sounds amazing, and it was, but they're not all highly searchable items. So I'm really having to work my strategies a little bit differently to get them to, I'm having to work my strategies a little bit differently to get them to sell, but they're going. Burberry, I love a good Burberry, no hate there. Keen water shoes, these don't have a huge average sale price item. I see them a lot in Colorado. If they're in decent shape, I will pick them up. These sold within 1 day of listing them, and these sold within a week of listing them. They will sell. These were the Rock Revival that I was telling you about. Apparently this was a good style, sold for $66 over the weekend. Wedding dresses, I love vintage wedding dresses. They will sit a little bit, but I really enjoy them, and when they sell for $100. So you have to find the perfect person for them that likes that style and that it fits. This, again, those Keens, this, and possibly, no, these 3 items were part of a bundle as well. So I don't hate that. Poshmark, I'm noticing a lot of new people on Poshmark, and so they don't necessarily understand that you only have to pay 1 shipping price. And so I'm trying to play to that and say, hey, if you go back to my closet, you only have to pay this 1 shipping price, and I will include all these items. So I'm getting some bundles doing that. These 2 were also a bundle. I'm noticing because I have a lot of brands new with tag in the same size that I'm getting some bundles for that. Again, the jeans, you're seeing a lot of jeans, right? This Ralph Lauren Black Label, I was so excited. I was like, yay, it was a Black Label. You read and you hear Ralph Lauren Black Label, whatever. It had a little bit of stain on it, and I got it from the bins, so $9, whatever. These 3 were also a bundle, so my bundle strategy is working. Again, this is the Errata, I don't know how to say it, but that's that brand that people are searching for, and I think this person actually bought another item for me as well that was that same brand. So she bought this bundle, and then she also bought another brand of that. So that is my Poshmark items as well. So again, I'm not going to show you all of my eBay, but I do want to talk a little bit about what was selling on eBay as well, how it differed from Poshmark. These are those Dear John. Like I said, these were the $27, not the $45 that the black jeans sold for, but they still sold. This is, so I talked in my previous video about, how my May was. One of the strategies that I was doing on eBay, and it worked to build momentum, is, I was marking down these really items that I'd had for a while or things that don't cost a lot to ship, marking them down but doing fast and free with them. So I was either net neutral or making like 50 cents on these items, but it increased my traffic on eBay. So hopefully I can get away from that in the future. These were one of the items as well. These fit in a flat rate shipping envelope, which is like $7.50, and then minus you take out fees, you know, I made, and then you take out how much I spent on them. I was probably negative on that purchase. Not loving that at all, but it did build up my momentum because towards the end of the month and now into June, I'm noticing I'm selling regular price items. So it was worth it for me. If you're new to eBay and you're trying to figure it out, I would suggest doing it. These were for my cousin, you know, again, the new with tags jeans. This was one, I sold it for $1.49. I think it cost me like $2.50 to ship. So, you know, I lost money on that. And you can watch my previous video to see how that all played out financially and how it works for me. But these Dear John shorts, they're selling super easy. I mean, look at these pictures. Super easy to take pictures of, you know, one side, the other side, a couple up close, like super easy to take pictures of. So I don't mind shorts, especially new with tag. This Michael Kors bag, I was hoping closer to $50 to $60. What sucks with this too, it was fast and free. It probably cost me like $14 to send. So I didn't make a ton of money on this, but on eBay, I was just trying to get momentum going. I sold it, it went out the door. This is again a new with tags for my cousin's boutique. So I purchased all these items from my cousin's boutique. I was a little nervous because they're boutique-y brands. Some of them people are looking for, not all of them, but they are selling because they're new with tags. They are really cute. I'm also trying on eBay to send, if someone purchases, hey, if you combine, you get free shipping on all the items. That's worked a couple times. These Lululemons, I'm so glad. So I don't counter that often because when I do counter and then they decline and the item sits for like a month, then I get really, or for like a year, I get really sad when I'm like, I should have just taken it. But someone offered me $10 for these and I countered. I was like, no, they're Lululemon. They're actually in really good shape. They're also my size, so I contemplated keeping them. But someone, I countered and they said no, and then the next day they sold for $35. So that was one that I was actually happy that I countered. Again, more jeans, Denimocracy, Tomboy skinny jeans. That's something I'm going to look into, is what styles have been selling for me since I'm new to jeans. This is one that I lost money on. It is a Broadway and Broom Madewell dress. I purchased it and it did have a stain on it and I couldn't return it, so I had it. Someone paid $6.65 for it. You know, probably cost me $3 or $4 to ship, plus how much I paid for it. I probably was net neutral or lost money on that. So you can see my eBay sales. I had a lot of eBay sales. I was about even on how many total sales that I had between the two platforms. About my average sale price, and you can see in my other video, my average sale price was definitely lower on eBay. However, you know, here's some more jeans, those men's jeans. This BKE is a nice brand for men's. I know nothing about men's. So drop a note down below if you know. Here's some more Rock and Revival. I don't hate that $59 price. I will take that any day, all day, every day. There we go. Oh, it looks like I froze up. Oh well. It seems as though these videos freeze up a little bit. So sorry for that, but thank you so much for joining. That is what sold for me in May. I'd love to hear what is working for you and what is selling for you. What are you noticing as we go into the summer during this pandemic? So if you like content like this, make sure to give a subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and leave comments down below if you have any questions or any strategies that you think I should try. Have a good day.